I como la fe. Give me stop, Jesus. Give me. It's going too fast. Defensive driving. Hey, y'all, this is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher. On a Friday afternoon, on my way home, I feel like a margarita. I feel like a lot of things. And this has been, okay, Teacher Appreciation Week, Nurses Appreciation Week. It was also like my school Cinco de Mayo Appreciation Week. Today was the theme was Como la Flor, and at first when I saw Como la Flor, I was like, oh, I could give me a Selena shirt. I was gonna wear a Selena shirt, but then I saw they said, oh, Como la Flor, like Frida Kahlo, and I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, where am I gonna get some Frida Kahlo? So I was like, she wore, flowers in her hair. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give me one of those. So went on Amazon and I got me this right here. So, but then I was like, what am I gonna wear with this that matches it? I said, well, I do have a green dress. So that's what I wore today. Green dress. Normally I'm in my little spirit wear, or if it's the theme, I have this on. I probably should put a little collage about the little things I wore for the little spirit days and spirit weeks. So, but yeah, I just want to come over today and just do just a little bit of something that's not necessarily so political or so heavy today, because sometimes we gotta do self care. And I just wanted to make sure, like, hey, did you appreciate your teachers in your life this week? Did you appreciate the nurses in your life this week? Did you appreciate the mother figures in your life this week? This coming Sunday is Mother's Day. My mother is no longer here. My aunt is no longer here. But hey, my cousins who are mothers are here. So I'm going to try to find some way to appreciate them. I'm probably going to call my male cousin later and ask him, like, because I think his wife's birthday is up the next day, so I'll probably give her birthday gift and Mother's Day gift at the same time. So I'm thinking, I don't know why. Part of me thinks I should make some banana pudding and like take them all some. Only thing is they live in different places, so what's that? I need to make sure I call or take some of my stepmother. That's what I know somebody to do too. But I probably would text all of them and say, hey, do you, because some people don't like banana. I found out when I started making banana pudding, and everyone, when I make it, everyone loves it. But some people don't eat it because they're like, I don't like bananas. So I'm just like, okay, it's bananas in here. So I'm going to have to double check beforehand, like, hey, do they like bananas? So I need to find another dish that I can make. This was just my first foray into making other things, trying to like use more of my kitchen. So there was a recipe I did see. I'm trying to think what was it, but I want to do a different spin on it. It was like they made some type of strawberry pie, but I gotta find a video, and y'all, you might have to help me with that. So plus, I did the banana pudding because I also don't. I need to buy some baking pans. I need to buy, either circular or square or the rectangle. I'm like, dang, you get your whole new place, you got to get the new stuff. So when I do the banana pudding, I usually just buy the aluminum foil with the lid, and so that be it. So yeah. So hey Lindsay, how you doing? I did get your text, but I was like making the thumbnail and stuff when I was doing this. So I don't know why it won't let me see my comments when I'm in this view, but yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just do something light and just, hey, self-care, just do some appreciation. Um, so things we like. I know sometimes, especially with, this administration, there are things that get heavy, and you want to come on here and, do something different. So, but it was something else I wanted to say. The Pope ain't been the Pope. Pope Leo ain't been the Pope, like, I guess he's been the Pope, what? It's been 2 days? 3 days? How many days has it been? They started the 7th, right? And then it was the 8th, was the second day, and we found he was a Pope. Today the night. So he been a Pope 24 hours or more. So somebody, some people on Threads and on Twitter and on TikTok and YouTube, they done a genealogy on the Pope already. And somebody found out that the Pope's mom was named Mildred Martinez. Happy heavenly birth. I don't know if she's still alive or not, but his mother was named Mildred Martinez, and she was from New Orleans. And her family moved from New Orleans to Chicago, okay? But when they were in New Orleans, they lived in the 7th Ward, which was a historically black section of town. And according to historical records, her parents and her and our brothers and sisters were listed as Creoles. So the Pope's maternal grandfather and grandmother, I believe I believe his grandfather, I gotta put the video in here for y'all, was from Haiti. And for those of you who don't, you need a history teacher. Okay, remember France at one time colonized Louisiana, also colonized Haiti. And then at one time they sold it to the Spanish, and the Spanish was like in control of the areas. Okay. So and so the Haitians are Saint Domingue, which by the way is next door to Dominican Republic, but they speak Spanish. I'm thinking that's maybe where Martinez's name maybe come from. So there may have been some, intermarriage and some mingling. But anyway, his great grandfather eventually moved to Louisiana, which there was a lot of traffic from what was then Haiti, what was then Saint Domingue, to New Orleans. There was a lot of traffic, historically from there. So I can see why they, so some people are kind of like, oh, he's a black man. He's Haitian. Oh, the MAGA's going to be upset. And then the New Orleans is already like, yes, we're going to say he's from the 7th, quote, from the 7th Ward. Yesterday I was talking about, can the Pope have a Chicago accent? So it's like not a lot of different people want to claim the Pope, but I think because people are appreciative of their heritage, but it's like they also I think want a connection too. But also I think they want to piss off the MAGA people because they're already upset because he has similar views about immigrants like Pope Francis. Now, what it is some people will call him Marxist and all that kind of stuff, and I'm thinking like, okay, what did y'all think Jesus, you want to say Jesus Marxist, I'm just like, someone who wants to give the poor, help others. I'm just like, that's what the Pope advocates for. What did y'all think Jesus was talking about? So, but then also some people are like, they're giving pause because they're finding like his old tweets and stuff like that. He's very active on social media. Well, it seems that he is very he's conservative when it comes to LGBTQ beliefs, and so that is giving some people pause because Pope Francis was, I think, opening the pathway to LGBT, especially LGBT Catholics, being more accepted or more feeling more at home in the Catholic Church. Like he actually blessed, or he said, and he was actually blessed, and he said it was okay to bless same-sex unions because they were allowed to bless heterosexual unions that were not necessarily in the Catholic Church, and but it seems that Pope Leo, in his previous, uh, things he's had or wrote, he didn't go that far as Pope Francis did. So um, yeah, so we'll see if he's still, currently and in the future is still going to hold to his more conservative beliefs, or has he evolved since the Pope brought him to, I guess you say, appointed him to the new job that he had for the last, I think, since 20. Has he been in Vatican City since 2014 or 2023? So has he evolved? Has he been praying about it? We'll see. I think for the most part, in his first address, he did say that he wanted to continue what Pope Francis was doing, and he wanted the church to continue to be a missionary church, which means, hey, we are going out there and we're spreading the good word, and we're being like what Jesus was telling his disciples to be, like, hey, so we'll see. And then, some other people was finding other stuff. I don't know if it's true or not. I gotta double check on my sources, but it's just like, hey, we love the Pope. Because right now it's like two camps. Hey, we love the Pope. We love what he stands for. He's one of us. And then the other camp is like, oh no, he's Marxist. He's this. He doesn't like LGBTQ. Oh, he hid, PDF priests. And it's just like, wait a minute, like, he only had the job 24 hours. can all right. Like, I know he's not Jesus, right? I'm just okay. I mean, he's trying to be like Jesus, but come on now. Just, hey, why is that thing there? I can't see. So, but I just wanted to come on here, just like, hey, just think about who we can give our flowers to. This time, everyone wants to feel appreciated. Everyone wants to feel loved. You know, um, yeah. So, but mostly, um, so I really want some queso. I might go. I might be going to get me a margarita. I don't know. I'm in a margarita mood. I need to get some gas though too. So, but yeah, it's also this has been a long week. Also, this is that time of the year, Mother's Day, senior trip. Students have the senior. Some of your students having the senior prom, senior walk. You got graduation practice. I'm trying to get some of these students I have who, for some reason, they want to take vacations and think Miss Chandler just for the pass you. No, you need to come to my work. I actually had to do after school duty yesterday. And there were 76 kids there, and most of them were there. Some of them were my students who hadn't been to class. They were making up their hours. And I took them one. I said, you're not passing my class. Huh? Oh, I just go to get lunch. You go to get lunch? You don't come back to class? My class is in the afternoon. I'm like, but you're not passing my class, right? So okay, and and guess what? I've contacted the parent, and I said, hey, you see your classmate? Let them know. Michelle is contacting them every time they're not here. It's too much. I had one student this semester. I have never seen them. I've contacted their parent. I referred them to the attendance, special attendance clerk. They've never shown up. That's the only one that should be failing my class. But these two or three that I got now, they want to be MIA the last month of school. You trying to graduate? They just don't know. I will show up to a house. I am teen graduation. Okay? And by the way, parents, I love you with the love of the Lord. Ask your son or daughter, especially if they're a senior, uh, if you're not already hooked up to the system where you get an alert if they're absent or they're tardy or if their grade goes below a certain point, ask them to seek a prior support. Call up to the school and ask to speak to a counselor. Okay? Don't think you finna buy them something for graduation and then you find out when the school call you that your child got to go to summer school. Okay? Because last year I kept seeing all these different videos, and these parents were just so surprised. How come, my child's not graduated? Or like, oh, how are they graduated and they don't know how to read? Did you not go to any parent conference? Did you not call any teacher or anybody at all? You just assumed your child was telling you everything. Okay? And also, we need to also understand something too. Some of these kids got grown up issues. Like one parent, a student I hadn't seen, and I finally saw her in class, and she did her makeup work, and I texted her mom. I said, "Hey, I didn't see her in class today. I don't know what's going on." And the mother emailed me back and told me what was going on with the child, and I was just like, "Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy." Like I didn't realize. Like I'm thinking, like it's just like, oh, they're just slacking off. No, they was having a real adult. Can't tell you what it is. They was having a real adult uh traumatic event, and it was just like, which actually I realized I need to go talk to one of them counselors tomorrow. Let them know, because see if they got some resources to help this child. Because I'm like, Lord, help me. Like I'm thinking, slacking off, doing this and that, and the mom was like, and the mom said, "Thank you for checking on her. She had da 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 da," and I was like, I need to respond to the mom back, but I probably will do that, when I pray and know the right response to make. But when I read it, I was like, oh my God, I keep forgetting some of these kids got adult problems, and they're trying to come to school, pass their grades, do good conduct. And I'm probably thinking that last thing they want to hear is from me or from a principal or someone else. Why you ain't got your badge around your neck? Why you late to class? Why you this? Why you that? And they going through some, they going through some stuff. Going through some stuff. And they ain't even, some of them just made 18. Some of them going to be 18 this summer. They still 17. And I got a few that they technically they did grown people. Because in Texas, you can go to school, I think, until age 21. If you're sped age 22. I got some students that are 19, about to be 20. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you say ain't nothing get cussed out, like, yeah. Right. I forget, it was some school. I don't even think the school was that large. It was like their graduating class was like 30, but then it was like 16 of the students needed to go. They were in danger of not passing, and the people were like, "Well, why are you just not telling us?" And I'm thinking like, okay, maybe y'all should have told them a long time ago. But then I'm thinking like, wait a minute, I just can't believe they just told y'all now. But then they told, I think of the 16, I think that was going to graduate. I guess the ones who wasn't, they had a plan for them to graduate. It was just going to be during the summer. And then some of the parents was upset about the graduation being in the summer. And I'm just like, your kids still going to graduate. You mad at the school. Did you go to a parent conference? Did you look at a progress report card? Is your child telling you the truth? And please don't be coming in there with, oh, the child or the teacher just don't like me. We just don't get up in the morning and be like, you know what, I don't like this kid. No. And as much as we have to document everything we do, that's why we're calling you. That's what you're supposed to do. Because the AP is going to say, this kid is failing. What did you as a teacher do? Did you call the parent? Did you confer with the student? Did you talk to other your colleagues? Did y'all confer with the student? Did y'all come up with a plan? You know, I just got, and in my evaluation last week, this week I had to submit the paperwork. I had to submit a teacher contact log. You know, they want to see like, hey, did you contact some parents? They want to know how many of your students are failing. If it's more than 10%, you have to use a special form, and then they want to come talk. Then the AP want to talk to you. But look, I was an overachieving nerd student. I'm an overachieving nerdy teacher. So guess what? When you're not there, when you come to class, oh baby, I'm giving you all the work you missed. And matter of fact, I may give you some more work you may be missing because I know you always not gonna be here. The students have email addresses. They have what they call learning management system. Okay, all right, you finna get this work. Yeah. Uh-huh. Sure, you sure are. I said the only people who should be failing my class is if you're not here. Last semester I had five first 9 weeks I had 5 failures. Second 9 weeks I had one. No, I take it back. I had two. You know what the problem was? They were never there. Or they just stopped coming. Now one, like I said, these kids have adult problems. Okay? These kids have adult problems. And sometimes your adult problems deal with the adult that's supposed to be your parent. They're the parent. They're not parenting. So you got to be the parent. Okay? There are some teenagers taking care of brothers and little brothers and sisters. Okay? So that was the thing I had last semester. Now I just have one student because I never see them. Like never see them. And the ones I'm trying to get a hang of right now, they've been MIA. They was coming, but now they've been in it. So I've been like doing a lot more parent contacts and stuff. And so when I do see them getting, I'm like, if I see them in the hallway, where you been? You do need to show the kid, like, hey, you can't, hey, I missed you in class. And I actually do say that. Hey, I missed you in class. I mean it. You know? So today I had a lot of students missing because it was, what do you call it? Senior trip. Then some decided because, hey, my friend's not going to be here. I'm not going to come too. But, you know. But I emailed, hey, you make a work, missing work. And the students who were here, they did the work. I updated all their grades before they left. So you know what your grade is in my class. Because next Friday, is it next Friday? I think it's next Friday or next Thursday. I have to tell the AP of curriculum instruction which students of mine are in danger or not passing, or not graduating. They make a pre-list. Like the kids graduate the last week of school, which is like the 30th. So on the 15th, they want a list because they want to know, okay, who we got to put in the room to get all their work done, and who we got to call a parent up here because it's not going to happen. Okay. Right, Lindsay. Yeah. But now the parents can actually get on their phone or via email. They can get access to their kids' grades. Now, some parents are technologically savvy and some are not. And then some kids, I had a couple of kids last semester, they don't figure out how to block the school So their parents was getting nothing. And then one girl, I was going to sis and calling her mama. I was calling her phone. And then I figured it out. I said, wait a minute, sis. So I called the second number, that was her mama, and the first number was hers. So I would text both of them and be like, what, and she wouldn't come to class. I'm like, where you at? And I would tell her, do I need to call your mama? She would hate me. She said, please don't call my mama. Please. I said, well, you better get here. Because what happened is her mother was a teacher. Her mother would leave and take her other younger child to work, to go to school, right? So she's a teenager, so she's supposed to be like on her bus and going to school. Oh no, we're not doing that. We going with the boyfriend. We going to get breakfast. Can you not come up? I'm not gonna call if you come to class. You absent. You not here. No. And you missing work too? No, baby, we're not doing that. No. So yeah, I gotta get you. Sometimes you gotta get tough love. You know, tough love. Whew. Okay, y'all. I better get some gas. I may go get some Mexican food. I kind of feel like that now. I'm in the mood. So, it's getting cloudy when it's gonna rain again. But anyway, thank you, Lindsay, for listening to me. Thank you to those. Thank you, Sweet Tea, for listening to me. Thank you for the compliment on my flowers. I may not come back on later, depending on I gotta catch up with what's going on the internet. I was reading. Oh yeah, this is one thing. No, I'm not gonna make this one a heavy one. This is gonna be a little bit more lighter. I gotta come with y'all to a whole nother video because we gotta talk about Christy Nome again and some other stuff. Because it seems like it's some new refugees that are coming to the United States, and they got their refugee status in 4 months, y'all. And I read it takes 18 to 24 hours, 18 to 24 months. I guess all the people they getting rid of, these new ones gonna replace them. Guess what race they are? I noticed that. I said, trying to deport all the browner skinned people, and you inviting all the whiter skinned people. Okay. So not lost on me. And some states have already said, yes, we are willing to accept them. Then I said it wasn't going to be heavy. I said it wasn't going to be heavy. I said it was. Whew. Surprisingly, Texas was not on the list. Doesn't mean we can't be always at it at the end, but I was really surprised. I really was surprised. Because I want to say we had accepted some Ukrainian refugees at one time. So this new group, okay. So, but anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Please appreciate the teachers, the mothers, the nurses, also the male nurses. There are female nurses, but there are also male nurses who do a great job as well. Check on your friends and family members, because for me, I'm trying to appreciate the mothers that are in my life that are not necessarily my mothers, but sometimes it is very hard holidays without them, So, and there was something else I wanted to say. I can't think of it. It's gonna come to me like later on. So, but like, share, subscribe. Thank you for those who are watching the replay. Those of you in the bushes. Those of you in the clouds. I appreciate you. Bye.